Jose Mourinho has been sacked from Tottenham Hotspur. That is slightly surprising in terms of when it's happened, but not surprising at all in the fact that it has happened. Never have two people been less matched than Jose Mourinho in that club. Everything that Tottenham represents, the game is about glory, so they say. The way you play the game, the grace at which the game should be played, is not in keeping with the traditions that we know Jose Mourinho. Jose Mourinho is a win at all costs kind of guy. That does not suit Tottenham. So this, to me, was never going to work out. And what this actually does, this sacking has made a mockery of Daniel Levy's decision to firstly sack Mauricio Pochettino and then to appoint Jose Mourinho. It was never going to suit. Ever. From the second that you saw Jose Mourinho posing with the Tottenham kit, it was always going to end in disaster. I must concede that I admit that I thought that the disaster would come after they accrued some silverware. But he hasn't even been given the chance to do that. Sacking Jose Mourinho just before they play a final against Manchester City. It's the timing that I find fairly interesting, fairly significant, but not the fact that it's happened. I'm now joined
Nothing gets any better than today. There are so many conversations to be had in football, and I look like a giant next to your tiny little head.
I am ridiculous. There we go. We can equalise that. We can definitely equalise it.
Rory's
Jose Mourinho, did you see this happening?
Yeah, we saw it happening, just not now. I just get the feeling that Daniel Levy saw the cheque for the European Super League and went, "You can go."
Yeah.
He was like, I can afford to sack you now, Jose.
I know. But just in terms of the timing, they've now got Ryan Mason in charge for a game against Man City.
Perfect. Ideal. If anything, you're going to galvanise the players. These guys are going to win it for Ryan.
And you get a new manager bounce at the right time.
So let's talk about the rumours that went around that were swirling when they first started. It's that Mourinho, similar to David Brent, sort of went down that route of, I'm going to have to go because I don't agree with any of this Super League stuff. I thought if any manager agrees with the Super League, it's Jose Mourinho.
Do you think, right? That's what he's going to spin here, isn't he? That he's done the honourable thing. He is the modern day, he's the footballing equivalent of Che Guevara. I'm leaving, I'm for the people.
Yeah. The main thing, right, is that he actually left the club because the club were bored of his antics and they got bored of him very quickly. He was slagging off players, all this sort of stuff. That's the real reason they got rid of him. I will always be a bit of a Jose Mourinho stan because from day one when he came to England, he was magnetic.
Yeah, totally.
I'm trying to think of a Rory word.
Yeah, no, magnetic is spot on.
So I've always got a level of respect for him, and I love his absolutism about everything he does. He's like, I am who I am. I'm going to treat people the way I treat them, and sometimes it works. The worry for him now is that he's not adapted to modern football, and he's still living in 2011.
Yeah, well, I think that's fair. Everything that he does, the way that his team's set up, it doesn't seem in keeping with the modern game. Modern managers, managers who are of today, they seem to always get the better of him.
Agreed.
Is he still special? Does he have it? People always say, right, it's very Mourinho to win this game. It'd be very Mourinho to win the cup. But every time those moments come, he doesn't win it. He never wins it.
I get that. And maybe he's had that day in the sun. And it's also strange, though, because we saw how good Tottenham played. We saw how well they were playing early on in the season. It was like, it was the most expansive football in the league. It was when City weren't doing so well. Liverpool were on the down. Harry Kane was just spraying it around. They were calling him a quarterback, all this sort of thing. And out of nowhere, it just dropped off a cliff.
To 11, but in such a Mourinho way.
Oh, no, but that's what I mean. Everything with Jose Mourinho comes out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like Pogba said, it was like, one day we were good, the next day it was like, you're a cancer, a tumour in the dressing room, or a virus.
Virus in the dressing room.
Terrible.
It's
confusing as well, because if they have sacked him, they'll be paying him a lot of money to have sacked him.
And that now brings me back to what you said when you first sat down. Maybe that's what's happened. Maybe they have realised that they're part of this Super League,
this
infrastructure,
starting up,
and
wouldn't it be funny if this is just one big joke on Spurs, and they just went, and they turn up next season and they go, "Oh, we're only kidding. You thought you were in the
you're not part of this. Obviously not. Why would you be? You've won the league for 60 years.
Obviously not." And they went, "But we told the Premier League." Well,
you're
it's not our fault, mate.
So he leaves the club with a club in about 7th. Where does he go next? What's next for Mourinho?
I think it might be back to Portugal. It might be a return home. Not Porto, obviously, but like to go back to Portugal, maybe not manage the national side, do a bit of pundit. He loves his punditry.
Players.
He loves his punditry. I can see Jose Mourinho doing some big punditry over the summer on, somewhere like beIN Sports or something like that. And I guarantee that there are UK broadcasters that want to get him on board because you'd be an idiot not to.
Yes, I can see him doing that. Do you think, in terms of a footballing entity, is he done? Is he done out here?
No, I don't think he is. I think he's still got a way. I still think there's like a last hurrah. There's still like a last like, Jose's going to do. He'll find this group of players who just believe it, who are so down, who are so desperate to win that he can form them. But so far he hasn't found that. And I get the feeling Porto was perfect for that. Inter was perfect for that. Chelsea was
I'm not
pretty
sure.
perfect for that.
I'm not sure that we see Mourinho given an opportunity at the top flight again. It's got worse every time.
We said that, but then look at Spurs. Why did Spurs give him this opportunity?
I think they were desperate, weren't they? They thought that he was the answer to a trophy.
Don't
They
know.
thought that his previous track record of securing silverware was exactly what they need, and it's now bitten them. Can they win? Can they win a cup without him? It would be two fingers up to him, wouldn't it?
I think they. I still think he'd claim that.
I think he claimed it, but he wouldn't. Realistically, it's not his. What
It
you
is,
claim,
though.
if you could, like, I mean, you can make a claim for something, but have no real right to. And I think you're right.
Will he get a medal?
No,
Does the
I
sack
don't think
manager
so.
get a medal?
You do if you're there, but he's not. He won't be
Feels
the
a
manager
bit
on the
unjust
day.
to me. Feels unjust.
Will they win it without it?
No, I think they were not going to win it with him anyway.
No. Well, do you know what's interesting? I don't think they were going to win it with him, but now it feels like there's more jeopardy around City. Like if you're a City fan here, you're gutted. You want this sacking to happen next week, don't you?
What do you think the players are going to rally around Ryan Mason?
Potentially.
Potentially, Harry Kane.
It's just
what,
the
they
unknown.
come out and they're just like, yeah.
It's just the
like, look at
unknown.
that, goal, and then City are looking at they're looking a bit weak.
The stifling of Jose Mourinho. Suddenly, there's a liberty in the Tottenham team.
Yeah, they're literally just.
And they go and win it. City obviously lost at Wembley last weekend. They'll be aware of that. I'm slightly concerned now that this is all set up for a Tottenham win.
Yeah, this is ideal.
No,
You said you wanted to see Tottenham finally win something.
that has never been uttered by
You were
me.
saying off the
Never
camera, you
will
were
be.
telling me how much you'd love to see
How
it.
dare you?
You said it was something
everybody
like-
who watches this channel knows that is slanderous and lies.
It's not a lie.
I mean, I celebrate the fact that it's been 60 years.
So one
60
thing off
years.
camera, one thing on.
60 years since they last won a trophy.
That's older than you and I.
Well, my mum was 3 the last
Oh,
time
not
they won the
combined.
league. Last time they won the league. Can you believe that?
And
Can
what
you?
a lovely woman.
Unbelievable. We're going to give the final word on this to
Elliot
the one and
Hackney.
only Elliot Hackney.
Or
I'm just
Rogan.
going to spin you.
No, don't spin it.
Don't spin. Get Elliot to come in. Elliot's coming to join us.
Been sitting.
Oh, I need your thoughts on Jose Mourinho leaving Tottenham Hotspur.
Well, I don't think it was any surprise to anyone, was it? I mean, this is what Mourinho does. Usually, though, he's won a trophy by the time the fallout happens. He's like actually done something for the club, but this is his first club where he's actually not won a piece of silverware for it.
And what about the impact on this weekend's game? Can they win it?
Well, yeah, of course. New manager balance, players galvanised from the person leaving that they all hated. Yeah, of course they could win it. There could be a real resurgence for Spurs now under management that they're all quite close to. Obviously, Ryan Mason, former player. And what a story for him, by the way, after coming back from
Yeah, head injury from Gary Cahill, wasn't it?
Yeah, almost dying to coming back and managing the club that he played for, which is a great story. Obviously, he'll take over until June. Yeah, of course they can win. Of course they can win on Sunday. I think the wider concern at the minute is, will the game go ahead? Like, what's going to happen with football at the minute?
Well, do you know what? I've just noticed you're in a PSG top.
I
Is
am.
that a homage to the club that are standing strong against the Super League?
I'd like to think so, but I also just needed a black kit for tonight, and it was clean and out the wash.
Playing football without me.
Yeah,
clean.
Playing football without me.
apparently. But yeah,
have a word with Eric Jones.
PSG are
They're the last bastion.
yeah, of hope. And when there was a fake report earlier that Mourinho walked out because of the Super League. He certainly didn't. He'd be the first on the buzz to.
No, he'd
go
love it.
and be involved.
He would completely love it. Enjoy football without me.
I will.
I'm gutted to not be playing. Mate, thank you for coming on.
No worries.
Thank you so much for watching
Subscribe.
this video. Yeah, click subscribe. That really would help me out. And yeah, I can't say that I'm disheartened by the way that it's ended for Mourinho at Tottenham. Couldn't happen to two nicer entities in a bit.